Howdy folks, Craigster Sr., Hot Nuts Diecast. Had something pretty cool happen today. I had been talking to a fellow that works for one of my vendors for quite a long time about the diecast hobby and what I'm doing here racing with all you fellows out there and now hosting and all that kind of stuff. And I told him, I says, send me some cars of yours and I'll throw them on the track and run a video. So that's what he did. He's happened to show up today, this particular Matchbox 57 Chevy. That's the flip nose dragster. He's got a semi-truck cab here. We're going to check that out in further detail. This nice Corvette, I believe that's a Yat Ming. And then we've got the Alien there in Hot Wheels there with the Ultra Hot. So some pretty interesting castings. And we're going to get them weighed up and take them to the speed shop after a bit. But first we're going to run them as is. See how they perform after all these years. Just a light cleaning. I'll spray them out with some contact cleaner, plastic safe contact cleaner. Get all the crud out of the axles and we'll just run them down the track dry and see what they'll do. Oh, are we seeing double here? What's going on? So I figured I'd go through my collection of diecast, and I knew I had something comparable, if not the exact same castings. That truck's pretty close, not exactly the same, but yeah, this is a Yat Ming Corvette. Beautiful casting. Thing is pretty clean, really. Wheels are in good shape. I haven't done anything to it yet. And then I have this, it's pretty comparable in weight, this little Tamika. Nice little Morgan, you know, it's a older casting as well, and comparable weight. We'll weigh them up here real quick. We got John's 57 Chevy coming in at 44.48, and I did notice the one he sent me has a tan or gray base. One I had in my collection has a black base or chassis, and it's just a little bit lighter, 44.37. So we'll see how that works out. And the semis, this is an off-brand of some sort, couldn't read it. But anyways, it is weighing in at 44.73. That one has a Phillips 66 Tampo on it. This one is, it's like light blue, or not a light blue, it's QC on the fairing there, and it's weighing in at 37.16, so it's a little bit lighter. And this here Corvette, that bad unit weighs in at 34.21. That's a nice car. Got a couple chips in the paint, but still nice. A little Morgan there, not quite as heavy. Does have a metal chassis, 32, almost 33, 32.75, giving up about a gram. And then these Aliens here with the Ultra Hots, the one that John sent's got the silver sticker to it, 54.19 on his. And the one I pulled out of my collection, 52.96. Interesting. Let's weigh them again real quick. Yep. Interesting. So there you have it. We're going to go ahead and take them to the track and run them dry first, and then we'll take them to the speed shop. A little grudge match. Alright, so we've got first up in the blocks, 257 Chevys, both of these Matchboxes, and production date is 1979 on both of these cars. John is in lane 1 and I'm in lane 2, and these are straight from the collection, just dusted off, literally wiped down with a paper towel, and then I took some plastic safe contact cleaner and blew out the axles. Got rid of any grime, hairballs, oils or anything left over from the production process that might have still been lingering. It's all gone and bone dry in there. So let's see how they do. Oh boy. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, time to beat is a scary fast 1.666 laid down by my car previously in lane 2. Let's see what John's got. He beat me out of the gate, but then I come around him on the big end, so let's see. Same thing, gets me out of the gate, and a little bit better this time. Okay, next up we've got our couple of rigs here, and I happened to look at the bottom of these semi-truck castings, and they're both racing champions. So I was able to find pretty identical casting. Obviously you've got the Phillips 66 on John's, and then the QC sponsorship on the one I had. So these were at some point part of a NASCAR rig probably, so the rest of that's gone missing, but here we are. All right. Wow. Johnny taking that first one. All right, time for me to beat is a 1.631 laid down by John's Phillips 66 semi. He's now in lane 1. And for the record, the track record is 1.448. That was set down by Keith Filipiak here at the Pro Stock Skirmish just recently. So that was a 70-gram vehicle. So these guys are way outweighed as far as that goes, but that gives you an idea of what the speed is. And typically a stock Hot Wheels casting out of the package is going to run somewhere in the 1.5s. So let's see what these guys will do. These things have been sitting around for 25, 30 years probably. Amazing they make it down the track. Look at there. All right, next up we've got a couple of pretty interesting castings. I'm really actually curious to see how this goes. That Yatming Corvette is awesome. That is a really cool casting. It's a gem to hold on to there, John. I don't care how fast it is. And this Tomica Morgan is a pretty decent little piece as well. They're comparable in weight, so let's see what they'll do. Close race. The Morgan actually pulling that one out. Wow. Let's swap lanes. Okay, so the time to beat there, the 1.592. The thing actually ran a 1.592 by that Morgan. And remember, these things are still just bone dry after 30 years of sitting around. So we'll take them to the speed shop, dust them up a little bit after this. Just want to get a feel for where they're at. Yeah, much closer race. And the Corvette actually taking that one. Nice run. Okay, this was another interesting card John happened to send that I coincidentally had another one exactly like it. These are really cool. The Alien Ultra Hots, you know, 54 plus grams, pretty weighty cars. Let's see what they'll do. Nice run. And a 1.566, not a bad run. Okay, Johnny laying down a 1.566 with his Alien. He's now in lane 1. This is like in the playground. We're rolling our cars down the slide. Let's see what they got. Grudge match style. Pulling it off again, Johnny. Look at that, 1.57. Not bad. All right, I'm going to take him to the speed shop. We'll rerun him. A few moments later. All right, after a trip to the speed shop, let's see what they'll do here. And while I was sitting there messing around with getting these things lubed up and checking the wheels over and stuff again, I happened to think about John and his profession up there at Crown Products, where he works at. He does a lot of takeoffs. Those fellows, he's in the estimating department where they take blueprints, plans, mechanical drawings, and measure and do quotes from scale, that type of thing. So I came up with Drastic Measures Racing for John's team name. So I hope you like it, Johnny. Anyways, you're now in lane 1, freshly lubed up here, and my car is in lane 2. Let's see what they'll do, what kind of improvements, if any. Oh, sound a lot better. Oh yeah. All right, we've swapped lanes. Time to beat a 1.571. And not happening. So yeah, this car has seen a lot of love in its lifetime. It's got a little bit of a hitch in its giddy up there, bent axle. Something going on. Even after I took it to the speed shop, there wasn't a whole lot I can do with it. This example here, you can see that one rolls pretty smooth. But yeah, that's what they're made for, to be played with. It's an awesome car. All right, next up we've got the semis here. We've got John's Phillips 66 sponsored semi in lane 2 and my QC sponsored semi in lane 1. Greatly improved time there. Look at that. Okay, swap lanes. Time to beat 1.567. Not happening. Good run. All right, anxious to see how these guys do now that they've seen a little love in the speed shop. Got that Yat Ming Corvette in lane 1, the Tamika Morgan 8 in lane 2. And the Corvette with a nice time, 1.530. Not too bad. All right, swap lanes. Corvette over here now in lane 2 with that time to beat of a 1.530. See if the Morgan's got anything for him. Doesn't look like it. Corvette's taking it again. Good run. Okay, and the heavyweights of the group for tonight, weighing in around 54 plus grams. The Alien Casting. John in lane 2, myself in lane 1. Let's see what they'll do. Good race. 2.5 to a 2.6. Johnny taking that one. We'll swap lanes. All right, lane swappage. Time to beat 1.525. Oh, took that round, but not by enough. Only a 1.536. So Johnny's going to take it. All right, now we see what the post-lube times are. Mostly improved. And once again, just because we can, I pulled out an old Red Line 57 Chevy Hot Wheels here out of my collection. Took it a quick trip to the speed shop just to get the axles freed up a little bit. See what it'll do against old Johnny's 57 Matchbox. And coming away with that one. And just give you an idea of the rollback here on these guys, or lack thereof. Yeah, not very free. But yep, these things have both been well played with, so can't expect much speed out of something that's seen as much love as these two have, but still fun to play with them. Yes, sir. And since the old Alien here of John's was running a fairly decent time. We're going to go ahead and run him up against the case here. And in the 54 gram category, we'll put him in this range here, being the top of the stack, working our way down. And the gatekeeper currently is this here, a Road Rocket. So we'll run him against that, see if he can possibly get in the case. Alright, so gatekeeper in lane 1, and Johnny challenging in his alien in lane 2. Let's see who takes it. Looks like the Road Rocket taking that one. We'll swap lanes. And it's Power Rocket, not Road Rocket, in lane 2. Time to beat 1.505. Alien needs to beat that if he wants to get in the case. Well, not quite. 15 flat to 26. And Johnny's other car that had some potential is the old Yatming Corvette, weighing right at 34 grams, so that would be in this category. So we'll take him up against the gatekeeper in that class and see if he can get in. So in my 31 to 35 category is the Lamborghini Huracan in lane 1. I'm going to put him up against the old Yatming Corvette. And look at that. 1-7 to 2-1. We'll swap lanes. Okay, we swapped lanes. Corvette laying down a 1.517 there in lane 2. Huracan needs to beat that if he wants to defend his spot in the case. And looky there. 1-4 to a 1-6. We'll take him up a notch, see what he'll do against the next contender. Alright, next up in that category, 31 to 35 grams, is this Honda 800 or S800 versus the Yatming Corvette. See what they'll do. Corvette taking that one, 22 to a 26. We'll swap lanes. Okay, swap lanes. Honda needs to beat a 1.522. Otherwise, the Corvette's going to move up another rung up the ladder. Oh, coming back. And a 1-6 to a 1-7. Alright, so there you have it. The old Yatming Corvette would have been the new gatekeeper in the 31 to 35 division here at Hot Nuts Diecast. Good job. Alright, well that about wraps it up. Johnny, I appreciate you sending these cars down on the truck today. I'll get them back to you as soon as I possibly can. Always a pleasure entertaining anybody that wants to send some cars this way and have fun. By all means, hit me up and we'll work something out. Appreciate y'all taking a few laps with Craigster. Craigster Senior, checking out.